Hi, Crafty Patti here. Today I'm going to be making a macrame wall hanging. Supplies needed will be 2 pieces of scrap string. This will be used to tie up your piece of driftwood on the wall, a pair of scissors, yardstick so you could measure out your cording. I've pre-measured on my table so I know that this green tape will tell me I have 1 yard. I purchased this Crafty designer natural cotton macrame cord from Amazon. It's 3 millimeters times 50 yards. And because there's your middle of your cord, you're going to push it over your driftwood so it loops down. Open up the hole and put the loops inside. And draw your ends through. Pull your cords together, cinch it up till it's nice and tight. And there's your second lark's head. I now have my 20 strands attached to my driftwood. So with our first grouping of 4 cords, here's our 2 middle cords. We're going to hold on to those with our thumb and index finger. We're going to take our left cord, place it over those 2 middle cords, hold with your thumb and index finger. Now take your right cord, place it over top of that cord, come to the back and through the hole. Hold now with your thumb and pull through with your left hand. This is the first portion of our square knot. Now remember that we started on the left. Now we're going to start on the right. So take your right cord, place it over the 2 middle cords, hold with your thumb, bring your left cord over that cord to the back and through the hole. And then hold with your left thumb and pull that through. Tighten your knot, and you've now completed your first square knot. Now we're going to split these in 2. So we're going to take the 2 left cords, we're going to take the 2 right cords from this knot, and that now becomes our 4 working cords. And what I'm going to do is I've left about 3/4 of an inch here, so I'll leave about 3/4 of an inch here to make it even. Again, right over, left over, and through. There are endless ways to make patterns of macrame, but my choice now is to make a V to come down into the middle. I'm going to start my first row with these 4 strands. We are now going to do diagonal half hitches. So I'm going to be taking the outside cord, that is now going to be our middle cord, just like these used to be the middle cord. This is now going to be our middle cord. And it will be going diagonal down our nice V that we've made here. So just to make for easy knotting, I'm going to attach it just to here with just a very loose knot, just to hold it tight so that stays in place. It just makes it easier to do the half hitches. Okay, now that you've got your working cord in place, here's your first cording you're going to use. So it's going behind this working cord, and you're going to bring it up and through the hole. And then with your fingers, you're just wanting to push it so it keeps a nice circle around the cord. That's what you're wanting. The next one, you're going to come up and over and through. And bring that one up. Now, normally they would call that a double half hitch, but because I've got some gapping between my macrame, I'm going to actually add one more. So I'm going to go around again and bring it through. So I suppose I would probably call that a triple. I'm not sure if that's really the right terminology, but that's what I'm going to go with. So we finished with that cord. Now we're going to come up, bring the next one up and over and through. And here's my last cord for the very middle. So my last cord, I'm just going to do an actual normal double half hitch. So it'll just be the 1 and the 2. And remove your loose knot that you had just to help hold that middle cord in place for you. And you're ready to start your next side. Bring your outside cord across your diagonal and just loosely attach again to a cord on the left here, just to help hold it in place so it's easier for you. So I finished this side. I'll just release this loose knot. So now I want to join my 2 diagonal hitched sides. So I'm going to choose to make a berry knot. So here's the next knot I will show you how to make. We're going to again go back to doing our basic square knot. So left over right, right over left. Then right and left. We're going to make 3 of those. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to take my 2 center cords, find the ends, and I'm going to put them through the hole on the top here, and then have it go right through and around. Bring my 2 side cords down, and I'm going to finish off with another square knot on the bottom here. I'm going to tuck that up right close under. Get it right tight underneath there. And there you've made your first berry knot. I'm going to show you how to do a spiral square knot. The same as here, but instead of reversing left and right, we're going to stay on the left. So left and pull through. Now instead of starting with the right, we're going to continue with the left. Left over first, right under and through. Left over first, right and through. Now I'm going to show you how to do a lark's head knot vertically so it comes down this way. And there's a set of vertical lark's head knots. I'm now going to do a row of square knots. Leave the 2 last cords and start with the next 4. There's your completed row. Now start with your outside 2 cords and grab the next 2 and continue another row of square knots across. When you create sennets, which is a series of knots, your outside cords will become shorter than your inside cords. So as you can see here, my inside cords are a lot longer. So my next knot, I'm going to have my inside cords, which is my longer cords now, and I'm going to make a sennet here. So I'm going to do 6 square knots down each of these sections now, and that will help to even out my cord lengths. This strand is now about 2 feet longer than the outside strand. So I'm going to use this opportunity to shorten this one to make it more equal. So I'm going to go ahead and use the vertical lark's head. I like how this is naturally bowing out, so I'm going to just do a few more lark's heads just to accent that. Come to the next grouping of 4, and I'm going to start my 1 square knot, but leave a space, because I'm going to actually do 3 in a row, and then I'm going to form another berry knot. So there's 2 and 3, and now I'm going to take my 2 center cords and I'm going to place them through the hole here, through there, to bring those up and force it to come around. And now my little trick is that these 2 center cords are longer than these cords. So I'm going to just twist it around before I do my next square knot underneath. Thanks for watching. If you would like to watch more macrame tutorials, just click here. And if you'd like to watch a wide variety of more arts and crafts, then subscribe to my Crafty Patti channel by clicking here. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.